Hello, this is a short introduction to the redeveloped Tech Award in Art and Design Practice. My name is Bev Witham and I'm the Principal Standards Manager for BTEC Art and Design Qualifications. I'd just like to briefly hand over to my colleague Jill to introduce herself. Jill will be presenting alongside myself today.
Hello, my name's Jill Marshall-Sims and I'm the Senior Standards Verifier for BTEC Art and Design at Pearson.
Thank you, Jill. So we will update you briefly on each component that makes up the qualification and what changes have taken place to content and assessment based on the existing Tech Award.
The redeveloped Tech Award in Art and Design Practice has moved to a more holistic two-component structure, which reflects the way many centres combine delivery and assessment of the internal components of the current Tech Award. Component 1 is 72 guided learning hours and worth 60% of the qualification grade. It is assessed using the new Pearson Set Assignment or PSA, marked internally by you, the teacher or assessor, out of a total of 84 marks. And then that Pearson Set Assignment is moderated by Pearson. The PSA is released in November of each year and assessed in May or June, and that will start from 2023. So you have plenty of flexibility within your programme to prepare for, administer and mark the assessments. Component 2 is 48 guided learning hours and worth 40% of the qualification grade and is externally assessed by Pearson. It is marked out of a total of 60 marks available and the assessment brief is released in January each year. The assessment takes place in May or June from 2024. It is a task-based assessment much like the internally assessed component, making the entire qualification practical, applied and engaging for learners.
Based on your feedback about how you currently combine assessments for components 1 and 2, we've now merged them into one, further simplifying the delivery, assessment and admin of the qualification. This provides a more natural and holistic approach to integrating the skills of research and experimentation, ideas generation, development, production, and communication of outcomes. The merging of the two current components has resulted in a new title for Component 1, which includes the content from both previous components called Creative Practice in Art and Design. This means the qualification has been reduced from 3 components to 2, the only Tech Award of its kind. Art is always different, and Tech Awards are no exception. In this component, learners will investigate art and design practice to inform the generation and communication of ideas, and will develop practical skills through exploration of specialist materials, techniques and processes. Through the redevelopment of the current Tech Award, we've taken the opportunity to make minor adjustments to the content to clarify and enhance the delivery of various topics. Some content has been slightly rephrased or moved into a different section to better clarify its context and purpose. For example, in Content Section A1, Investigating Art and Design Practice, we've included specific reference to the research of historic and contemporary practitioners and work to develop understanding of art and design practice. We've also moved some of the existing content to better support the alignment between teaching and assessment. But this is all existing content and will be familiar to you if you're teaching the current Tech Awards or any art and design qualification at this level. The specification continues to offer optional indicative content relating to specialist areas of art and design, which can be integrated into your programme flexibly. You can transition from your current delivery of Tech Award teaching and learning content with confidence. And if you are delivering Tech Awards for the first time, you'll find the content easy to interpret, clear and applicable whether you deliver a particular specialism or a broad art and design programme.
Like the new content, which combines the current components 1 and 2, the new Pearson Set Assignment also combines the assessment for current component 1 and 2 into a single assessment. Overall, the purpose and focus of the assessment across the current components 1 and 2 has not changed and is very similar to the combined component 1 and 2 authorised assignment briefs that we offer for the current Tech Awards that many of you have told us you like to use. Likewise, the focus of assessment from the current learning aims have been embedded into the new mark schemes. The Pearson Set Assignment will be released each year with a theme and a vocational context. The context can be adapted by you to make it relevant to your learners and programme, for example, by making it more relevant to your local area or specialist area of art and design. The assignment is broken into 4 tasks, which will help your learners produce relevant evidence for assessment. The tasks and related mark schemes remain the same each year, and only the theme and vocational context changes. In addition, based on your feedback, and to make the assessment more straightforward for learners, the current Task 2, which includes Part A and Part B, has been split into 2 separate tasks, Tasks 2 and 3. This will help them to better evidence work in relation to each part of the assessment and make each part easier for you to mark. Guidance within the task has also become less prescriptive to allow for more individual ways of working. The Pearson Set Assignment is released in November each year. The assessment is approximately 20 hours and can be given to learners any time after its release, providing plenty of flexibility alongside the assessment for other qualifications. If you deliver the current Tech Award in art and design practice, you can transition with confidence, and if you deliver a first award or any other art and design qualification at this level, you'll find the Pearson Set Assignment straightforward to administer and assess.
The externally assessed component 2 is called Responding to a Brief. In this component, learners will gain valuable experience in interpreting, planning work, and producing outcomes to meet the requirements of a brief. They will synoptically draw from the skills they've learnt in component 1 and this component in order to produce art and design work in response to a brief. The content has not changed from the current Tech Award, with the exception of the removal of the term client brief. This was done to allow teaching and assessment to apply more broadly to any kind of brief, such as a competition, not only briefs generated by a commercial client. If you currently teach the Tech Award in art and design practice or any other vocational art and design qualification at this level, you'll find the content familiar and can transition with confidence.
Like the content for this component, the assessment has remained the same as the current Tech Award. The set task is a practical project brief where learners will research, develop and produce art and design work in response to a theme and vocational context. The assessment is made up of 4 activities which are carried out over 20 hours. We have only made one minor change to the assessment of Activity 4. In the current assessment, there is a suggested word count for annotation in the portfolio, which we've now removed to allow learners to respond in the way they feel best reflects their creative intentions. We have retained the page range of 6 to 8 pages for the portfolio to give learners some direction as to how much work to include and to reflect a more realistic vocational scenario. If you deliver the current Tech Award in Art and Design Practice, you can transition with confidence. And if you deliver a first award or any other art and design qualification at this level, you'll find externally assessed brief straightforward to prepare for and administer.
We encourage you to look through the draft specification, Pearson Set Assignments and SAMS, Sample Assessment Materials, which are available on the Pearson website. And if you have further questions or are preparing to deliver and need further support, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us. You can contact the subject advisor, Susan Young, by emailing teachingartanddesign@pearson.com. You can also attend one of our upcoming Getting Started events early next year, where we'll be covering the qualification and assessments in more depth and answering further questions. You can book by visiting the Training from Pearson page on the Pearson website. Thank you very much, and we hope to see you in one of our upcoming live events.